to her as well, Michelle? Okay, here we go.
I'll just start
Okay.
recording again.
Okay,
It's recording again.
okay. I was going to ask you
Okay.
something more soon. Sorry, no, I
So
forgot.
the
Yeah.
I have 3 projects going. One, when I left Oklahoma, I brought with me a language book. It turns out that language is now extinct. So
Wow.
evidently I have the only language of their original language anywhere.
Whoa.
And it is a handwritten copy that was done by Dutch and Bob and Ruby. And it was done in 1969.
Hmm.
And so
Oh.
I have been digitalizing it. I finally got that completed here recently.
Okay.
And trying to decipher what the words are in the languages. And I think I'm about ready to send it to their cultural leader down there in Oklahoma to try to revitalize the language down there.
Wow.
The other 2 projects is I'm trying to do a book on just Chikonsasay
Mhm,
Oh, good.
and one on just Hiawatha.
mhm,
Hiawatha is a little bit different twist because what they wanted me to do was to incorporate Blue Thunder's earth healing teachings in with Hiawatha's journey trying to change the mind of the Onodaro.
mhm,
And so every place he went, he would encounter something that needed to be healed.
mm.
But what was really fascinating to me is, are you familiar with the condolence ceremony? Are you guys familiar with the
Mm-mm.
condolence? Okay,
Mhm.
this is a ceremony that was created by Hiawatha back in the meridian of times during the peacemaker's time. He was so terribly sad from having lost all of his children and his wife that he sort of went bonkers. He lost his mind. But on one of these occasions, he decided he would drown himself in Lake Tully. And so as he started to go into the lake was covered with so many birds that the birds took flight, and with them all leaving at the same time, they drained the water from Lake Tully and he couldn't drown himself. But as he walked across the bottom of it, he discovered some very shiny substances. And so as he went and looked, he found these little wampum shells, little shells of the quanag mollusk. And so he picked them up and he put them in a pouch. Now, when he got to the other side, he took these out and he began to string them on a string. And as he did so, he would repeat different words to himself. And this became like a tradition, a custom for him, so that he then introduced this to the 5 nations for condolences. Anytime somebody has really suffered a great loss in their life, the tribe comes to them, the special people come to them to do this condolence ceremony. And if I can remember it, it's a white feather to brush away your tears. It's no. It's a white feather to brush away your ears so that your ears can hear. It's a white fawn skin to brush away your tears so that your eyes can see again. And then it is a drink of clear water to heal your throat so that your throat can speak again good words. And so this is a condolence ceremony. Well, to my surprise, when I started trying to write the story down, that's what they took me back to. Hiawatha using his condolence ceremony to heal the earth.
Hmm.
So I contacted my friend in Sandusky, and he had been doing earth healing ceremonies. And he had been using the condolence ceremony to do it with.
Wow.
So kind of a little bit of synchronicity there.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to get to put Blue Thunder's teachings in there, but it will still have a great deal of value and get people to think, I think,
That's
about
wonderful.
treating our earth better.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, Marcy, it seems also relevant, of course, to what's going on right now. And so, so many people are talking about grief and mental health and all that. And we were just saying, what can we do collectively to send some more positive energy out, to heal the earth, to use our wombs, to do this. So it's really kind of beautiful to hear these stories. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned the Anunnaki. So I'm just curious if you want to talk about that for a little bit.
Well, that originates with stitching. Zachariah stitching.
Right.
But their story is all about Planet X that travels through our solar system and comes by here. And when I called in Sky Woman, I asked her, how did the real beginning of it happen? And she just very flat said, well, we came in a light ship. And this light ship traveled around through different spaces. And the way it was phrased was that when they encountered a new planet such as ours, which at the time was a water world, what is the dream of this world? What is your dream? What do you want to see happen here? And so the dream for this planet was to be a planet of peace, for people to come and to enjoy life and have the fullness and the abundance. And so Sky Woman talked a little bit about the fact that she was already pregnant when she landed here, which is part of the Sumerian story. And she said, I think there was 11 other, which means she would have been the 12th one. Now, after she came to Earth, she doesn't know what happened to any of the others. She doesn't know where they were placed. But she came to this Earth and began the Yangwei-Howei. I don't know if the Yangwei-Howei have been here since the beginning of time, or whether or not they arrived sometime after the flood. I know that a lot of the faith keepers feel that the peacemaker came shortly, that his teachings go back to the beginning of time. They think it's been here a lot longer than just 909.
Right. So that's Sky Woman. You would say that was Sky Woman who came to Earth already pregnant, right? Oh yeah, there was one thing else I wanted to ask you. When you mentioned the pipe, it's like White Buffalo Woman, right? Is that connected, or is it another version
I don't
of the
know,
same
but
thing?
let me tell you some synchronicity. Now keep in mind, I don't know.
Right.
Jaconsase held the pipe, and Jaconsase lived in Buffalo on the Buffalo Trails.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and the Lakota would not accept the Great Law. According to Blue Thunder, he said that they were given the pipe as a practice because they would not accept the Great Law. In this way, they could still bring peace to their people.
Oh, okay.
Now, of course, any of that would be channeled information. You're not going to find it written down anywhere.
Right.
So perhaps, do you think there's a connection between White Buffalo Woman and Jaconsase?
It could be because when did they say that? When did they say they got their pipe? It's 129 generations ago.
I don't know exactly.
It's like 800, 900, somewhere right in that.
It's about 20 years for a generation, technically.
Yeah. I think it's right there in that same vicinity. So it's totally possible that it could have been Jaconsase.
Yeah.
It seems like it to me. It seems like it's just another variation of the same story, right? Yeah.
Well, I know the Lakota won't like us saying.
No, I know. But okay, but it kind of makes sense. Like if you're not accepting the law here, we'll give you another version so you can do this, right?
Yes.
Carry the peace pipe, right? Okay.
But, she carried a lot of names, not only the Cat people, but she was Corn Clan Mother, the Corn Maiden.
Okay.
Big thing that she brought also to the people was prior to that, they were a hunter culture, and the ice flows had come down and all the animals had left the area or had been hunted out. So the people were starving, and she came in with her boatloads of corn and pumpkins and who knows what else.
Squashes. and beans, right?
Yeah, everything that they had.
Okay.
And so she introduced culture
Mm,
to the people. And so they became very prolific with that. When George Washington became president, he sent Clinton and Sullivan into the North Country to destroy the villages and kill the Haudenosaunee. And they very meticulously recorded everything that they found in their villages. And they found stores of food enough to feed many villages, not just the one village. And so they recorded all the food that they found there.
What happened to Maureen, by the way?
Okay,
Michelle?
Maureen can't get back on. She's having
Oh.
connection issues, and so she is saying, to just thank you, Marcine, because of you. And it's like she wants to do more with you because I think you got a
Yeah,
lot
you were
more in you.
amazing. Yeah.
We could
No,
go
you're-
on and
Oh
on.
yeah, no, I feel like this has been an incredible. I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, really.
Marcy, would you want to do another one of these?
Yeah, sure.
Because I know we could go on, and she's saying maybe we should stop this one
Yeah,
for now.
okay. Part 2.
I do
Oh,
have to
The
go.
one thing I wanted to mention about the farming,
Okay.
Mhm.
in The Corn Maiden, which was written by Corn Planter, I believe it is, he tells the story where the Onondaga tells the Corn Maiden to just go ahead and go home and get out of there. She was sticking her nose in things that her nose didn't belong in.
Okay.
Not everyone welcomed her teachings and her help.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Good to know.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
This was
thank you,
fun. I
Marcy.
didn't know this is what it was going to be. I should have decked out or something.
Well,
I
you
thought
know
I was here to
no
listen to
need,
you
no
talk.
need. Your wisdom is totally your beauty. You know what I mean?
yeah, your heart is just
Yeah.
so.
So
I
I
had
could-
tears several.
Yeah, so
times.
much emotion in these stories. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And that gorgeous picture where she's like painting the rainbow, it's like,
Yeah. Is that you?
so is that Sky Woman? That's
That
Jaganta?
is Sky Woman.
It is
She
Sky Woman.
stays in her tummy.
Great. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
great.
Oh, so
Constance
beautiful.
stays in her tummy.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Helen, do you want to say anything about any?
I do have to go. I was supposed to
Okay,
go, but I enjoyed it so
okay.
much. I had to put everything. I didn't want to leave, so. But I just want to say thank you. I look forward to it again. There's just so much. That was
Welcome.
Yeah.
wonderful.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of what we talked about is not in any books anywhere.
Yes,
No,
that's what's also amazing that you have this book. I have my cousin who lives in Mexico. She went to live in Mexico years ago, and her friends were like archaeologists, and they also were left with the lineages of the people who were losing their languages by Helen, and taught the people to keep their languages. So in the Mayan small villages where they were
Yes.
in danger of losing it, they did the same thing. So it's kind
Yes.
of like amazing that you have this knowledge and to give it back and to keep it going, and so they don't lose it totally. That's quite
Yeah,
a
kind of hoping I would have a gift of language, that working with this, that it would just osmosis right in, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's not your gift. You've got the storytelling and the
Yes.
art and the
you're
heart.
the carrier. Yeah, the
Yeah.
heart, the carrier of all this wisdom. So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess we will end.
Yeah, we
I'm
should
just
go.
gonna say goodbye to everyone. Thank
Yeah,
you so
okay.
much. I'm just going to
Yeah.
stop the recording.
Okay. Thank you so much.